Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be the fourth video of our Supabase playlist, where I will be explaining about the REST endpoints and all what Supabase provides us for querying the database. So in the previous three videos, I have explained about what is Supabase, how to set up a project with Supabase and its configuration, and what database it uses and how it uses the database, how it manages the database. So this video is going to be all about REST endpoints. So Supabase basically uses a service which is PostgREST. It is an open source service which basically sits on top of the PostgREST database and give us the REST endpoints from the PostgREST database directly. So let me directly go to the Supabase dashboard, and if we go to the project section, this is the project we were continuing with. Let me show the tables that we have. We have a GTA schema. Inside there we have two tables, characters and user profiles. Characters table have a row in it, so let's just try to get the row via the API. So if we go to the project settings, we can go to the API section. Then we see a REST endpoint here. It says a RESTful endpoint for querying and managing your database. We just like this is the REST endpoint which you will be using to query the database. And if we go to their docs, they say like this is the endpoint which we have. Then we need to append rest/v1 to basically use the REST endpoints. So let's directly jump to our postman, and here I will just okay, wait, let me copy the URL from the Supabase dashboard. Then just paste rest/v1 slash the name of the table which we need to access. So we have created a table named characters, so a string named characters. Then if we just try to hit the API, it says no API key found in the request. So we need to get the API key and set in it. If we just see this section which I have told previously, this is our basically key as well as our public access token. So we just need to copy this, go to the postman again, and we need to set the header API key with the token. I have already done it. So let me move to the postman. Then if we hit the API, we got an error, relation public dot characters does not exist, because it tries to see the characters table inside the public schema, but we have created a new schema for that, right, which is named as GTA. So we need to tell Supabase like, hey, we need to use the GTA schema and get the characters table. So for that they have given us a header named as accept profile, where which we can tell that we need to query this schema for this table. So let's just try to hit the API. So we again got error message, the schema must be one of the following which is public. So for this thing we need to go to the Supabase dashboard, and if we just scroll down, we would see a list of export schema from the API. We just need to set our GTA schema in this. And if I move to postman again, if I hit the API, what I get is permission denied for schema GTA. So okay, so what it is telling is like there is a schema, there is a table, but the user which is trying to hit the database does not have permission for the schema GTA. So all this I will explain in my RLS video, like what is user, what is roles, and which role is Supabase accessing the database with and all. But for now, the thing which you should know is like permission denied for schema GTA. It says like the user which is trying to hit the API does not have the permission to use the GTA schema. So to resolve the error, we again go to Supabase dashboard and we move to the SQL editor. So on the SQL editor, we need to grant the permission on schema GTA to the authenticated user, right? So we need to grant access to the NN role. I just forget this, and let me save it, go to the postman. Then if I just hit the API, I get different error. This time I get permission denied for table characters, because I need to grant permission to NN role for the tables also, right? So okay, to resolve the error, we need to go to the Supabase dashboard. Then we need to run this query, grant select on GTA.characters to NN. What it does, it basically provides the select permission to the NN role on the table GTA.characters. Now let's move to the postman again. Let's try to hit the API. So okay, so now what we got is our actual row in JSON format. Let me go to the Supabase and show you what our database actually had. If I go to the GTA schema, then the characters table, so we actually have a row in which we have name as Franklin Clinton. So basically what it does is it gives us complete data. It would also show you some cool features, like if you want to, let's say we want to only get the name and age of the characters, or let's say we want to get only the ID, age and name of the characters. What we can do is we can just pass a query parameter which is select equal to eq dot. So everything have a syntax. So this is the syntax of it, which I'll be explaining in the consequent videos. So this is the syntax of PostgREST. So we want to select the name, ID and age, and on hitting API, then it says, it gives us an error. Okay, on select we don't need to specify the operator and all, which was my mistake. So I got this result. Then let's say I want to filter on anything. Let's say I want to filter on age, like age. And if you want to, okay, so let's select the name and ID of the character. We just specify a ampersand, and then we want age. equal to eq.28. That means age is 28. So it gives us this. If I specify something else, it won't give me anything. It gives me empty array. So this is how we simply got a endpoint from our directly from our database. So next what I will be doing is, like, this is the get route. Next, so if you want to insert the data in the characters table, we want to like we will be hitting the post API. So the URL would be same characters, and then if I just try to hit the API, it says empty body, which is like, let's provide an empty body. So it says permission denied for table characters. To my Supabase, then I need to grant the insert permission to the NN role. So let's try to now insert the data. I have the header, and this is the header if you want to post the data. In Supabase docs I didn't find it. I have to go to the Postgres documentation. There I found this. If you want to insert the data, you want to use this header. If you want to get the data, we would be using this header. So let's try to insert. I have some body, and on inserting I get duplicate key value character name because I have already inserted this name. Let me do it this way, and if we just go to the Supabase docs, CR table, go to the schema characters table, so we have got this which we inserted just now. So if we move to Postman and then let's try to hit the get API, we would be getting all the data. So I would do the delete operation now. Let's try to delete something in the character. So for deleting we need to delete on basis of a filter, right? So we'll be deleting on basis of ID. Let's go to this and copy the cell content, come back to Postman, just paste it and switch this to delete and try to delete the character. So it again gave me relation public dot characters does not exist. So I guess there is some header issue, so which I will just copy the post header, I would paste it here, I would try to hit the API, then I got permission denied. So we want to give the delete permission also. Let me just give that also. So for delete it is delete, and let's go to the Postman again, try to hit the API. If we hit the API, it gives a 200 for no content. Let us just confirm by going to the Supabase docs again, like the Supabase platform again, go to characters. So here we see our data have been deleted. So in the same way you can like hit the update request also. Let me do that also. Like I would be hitting the, let me just update characters. Let me hit, okay, I will hit a patch request. I will just update. Okay, we need to change the ID of character as we have deleted this character. I would just copy this character ID, go to the Postman again, paste the character ID, and let's just change his or her name to ABC GTA random character. On hitting we get permission denied because again we need to give the permission. I go there, go to SQL editor, give the update permission. Also, like, we don't need to do all this again and again. There is an SQL statement which grant all the permission to certain roles on a schema. So let's go to the Postman, try to hit the API, and it is taking some time, which, okay, so my Wi-Fi just got disconnected. Okay, so I just came back. Let's try to hit the API once again and go to the Supabase, go to the table editor, schema, characters. Now if you'll see, we got the name updated. So everything is like a piece of cake. If I hit the get API, I just got each and every result. I hope you like the video, and if you do, please hit the like button and also subscribe me so that it keeps me motivated to create more such content.